Hi growers, this is our family garden in an urban setting in our backyard. Just want to show you what we've been able to do so far. This is our strawberry patch. We've already harvested quite a few strawberries, and of course we wait till they turn red and we eat them, but they're doing well. I also reinstalled some more straw. This is the chamomile and sunflower seed patch. I haven't seen any sunflowers, but I do see the chamomile doing pretty well. Looks like almost like a fern, and the flowers are about to open up. I also planted a rose bush, so I don't know too much about rose bushes. Put in the comments any thoughts you might have about that. This is our cucumber patch, and I also built a little makeshift trellis. We have about 4 plants here. We're ready to try to train them to grow up, and I've cut off a lot of the leaves to make it very light so it's easy for it to grow up. So we'll see how that goes. This is our eggplant, doing well, having flowers. I already harvested our first lettuce and planted another one, so we'll see how that goes. We've got 3, 4 kale plants, and my grapevine not doing so well, and in fact I had so many birds come and they kind of ate some of the early seeds. This plant's probably not going to really do well till next year, so we'll be patient and wait. These are my cherry tomato plants, doing pretty well. Most of the harvest is at the very bottom. I don't know why it started that way, but there's quite a few if you look on the upper leaves, but it's doing pretty well, and I'm happy for the progress that I see. And again, at the bottom, doing pretty well. So we'll see how that goes. Peppers doing well, but not sprouted anything yet. Raspberry, well, blackberry, I should say. The carrots, slower than expected, but they're doing their thing. Lettuce, our herb plant, mint, coriander, and rosemary, and I planted indoor thyme, outdoor thyme from Home Depot. This is our tomato trellis, and I have one that crept up, thought it died. It's smaller than the rest, but doing really well. And this is our tomato paste. Got a few there. This is our beefsteak. Nothing growing yet, waiting for that. And this is our other tomato paste, doing well. See, I did a lot of trimming, so hopefully it'll be easier for everything to grow up. Our little basil. This is the zucchini plant, doing well. I see a male and a female flower, so let's see how that goes. This is the butternut squash, also doing pretty well and growing up the trellis, makeshift, that I made. This is our pumpkin patch. We made a little trellis, but let's see how it grows. And some more pumpkin that I spread in the back there. This is our corn. A lot of them planted very close together. We'll see how that goes. I already see some silks coming out, so we should have some corn pretty soon. And we got a lot of smaller ones for the rest of the season. That's basically it, guys. I mean, just water every day. Put some compost when you can. Oh, there's the collards. I planted a smaller one from inside, and they're doing okay. And of course, the grapevine, doing really well. This is Lamar's, and we're just watching them grow. So compost, fertilizer, just watering every day. It's a hot day today, but we thank God it's been going well, and we're going to eat some of our lettuce today. Guys, have a wonderful day, and God bless. Hi, just a little look at our tomatoes. They're really coming in. Oops. Okay, just a little look at one of our cherry tomato plants. It's the biggest one, and already if you look at the bottom, we've got some tomatoes right on the bottom. So I gotta figure out really how to make it so that I can protect them, make sure that they don't get eaten by bugs, other plants. But it's the beginning. The second cherry tomato plant I don't see, but this is also having a few tomatoes yet. Just already started, so it's really nice. I don't see any toward the bottom, but we'll keep looking. I think it's also wise to cut the leaves at the very bottom so they don't get, again, susceptible to disease and stuff. But it's really nice to see. already started. May 30th, 31st, I should say. Okay, guys, the beginning of the fruits. Our tomato plant, I just want to demonstrate how we've been doing this. There's a stalk that I've placed and tied the little clips to the main stalk of the tomato plant, and I've done it all the way down the plant, as you can see, and it's already started to fruit, but they haven't changed color. So I tie this string first, then we simply clip it to the clip itself, and then we snap it in till you hear a little click, and that's it. Sometimes I cut the little string, make it shorter, but the whole idea is to get it to stay growing up the stalk, kind of leading it in that direction. And that's it. I think I could put another one too. So I'm just showing you the second half of our tomato patch. These are the, I think, tomato paste tomatoes. You see a few here on the vine. They look so cute. They're right there. They're doing pretty well. This is the first time I'm actually seeing any, but you can see our system. I started them when they were very young, just stringing them up to the trellis line, and just helping them to kind of grow steadily upward. I'm going to see how this works out. I really don't know, but there's a few tomatoes on the vine that is not the main one, but I think it's gonna work out, so we'll just keep monitoring that. The second tomato vine, I should be able to tell them, is this little one, and I'm just giving it some time, but nothing's happening so far. I think I was told to remove any leaves that are on the bottom, so I'm gonna try to do that without completely destroying the plant, but I'm gonna try my best. I just removed this one, anything that's hanging low. The second one, this string goes all the way down and it attaches to this one. And so far, it's very leafy, very, very leafy, but I don't see any tomatoes as yet. I think I'm gonna just remove some leaves because I think it's a little bit too much, and a lot of the nutrients is probably going toward the leaves and not so much to making actual fruit. As you can see, I'm just gonna take them off. Any of the little suckers, just peel those off right there. Okay, and just help the plant to just, you know, save some of its energy because there's just so much going on. I think even just these extra leaves is just too much. And it also prevents the plant from really being able to grow vertically. Yeah, this one has so many leaves. And I think that an extra vine grew from the very bottom. And yeah, it's causing some issues. So I'm gonna remove this one, or I gotta hook it up to, yeah, I think I'm just gonna remove it because it's so large and I might need to use scissors. Here we go, just trying to focus in a little bit more on this extra shoot that comes off from the very bottom of the plant. It's very, yeah, it has very big roots, but I'm just gonna remove it because it's just so large. Oh, they had something growing off there, but I think it would just sap and redirect the plant. So I'm just removing it. Pruning is important, I think. This is just coming from the ground. I'm not even sure where this is coming from, but I think we have ample leaves where we don't have to keep these. So I'm just removing them. Hopefully plants don't feel like I'm trying to kill them. I'm just trying to make sure that there's enough nutrients that can go around. It's very interesting. This, I believe, is our beefsteak tomato, and my goal is to make it so that it can thrive. I think I might have also grown them too close to one another, I think. And So I'm gonna just take off this one as well. See, we can lighten it up. I noticed that the lighter it is, the more it focuses on making fruit, actual fruit. It's like the plant has more energy to just thrive. So see that? I'm taking off the extra stems, and we'll take it from there. Sorry guys if I'm all over the place, but I really am trying to see if I can get this to be a little lighter. We'll take it from there. If I see like a flower budding, I won't take it off. But if there's no flower and it's just leaves, I'm gonna remove it. And I'm gonna also remove the suckers. You see that? I'm just gonna take that off. Okay, so that's plant 2. I don't want to do too much. I think what happened somehow is it just had several growth points. And they always tell you to take the suckers off from the very beginning when the plant is little. But I think it grew so fast. I think we had a few rainy days. And yeah, things grew. It's also a good idea to take the leaves off the bottom because they can be subject to infection and all sorts of stuff because they are directly touching the soil. So it's a good idea to just remove them early, so nothing is really touching the ground, you know. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, none of these have flowers, so they're mostly leaves. So, ooh, I don't know what that was. But yeah, I'm just taking stuff off that mostly has leaves and just allowing the plant to just... The other thing I think is aeration. Like, plants need air. And if there's so much leaves, they're not going to breathe very well. So those are my thoughts. I'm trimming down my tomato plant, which, by the way, this big one is so big, but it doesn't have any actual fruit on it yet. Okay, so the third plant came into a very interesting situation. It's bearing fruit. They're very small, but this sprouted at the very bottom where you don't want it to. You just want to have one continuous plant, but I have 1, 2, 3 lines, and it's only attaching, the clips are only attaching to one of them. It's a whole other line that I have to secure. So I'm gonna put another clip, gonna hang another clip here, and I'm gonna use my my attachment stuff, and let's see how that works. So we attached it to the wood, and then you let it go down and attach it to the most sturdy part of the plant. Usually it's just one attachment per plant, but this plant has like 1, 2, 3 different strong from the very base, and that's my fault, like I said. So I'm just basically gonna clip it probably to this one and remove all the suckers so this doesn't happen. Before we position the string in the clip and close it around a piece of the branch, I did a lot of pruning and added 2 more of these lines for the trellising because these are almost like individual plants. This is the tomato paste tomato, and it's coming along. And I believe this one is going to be the beefsteak tomatoes, and you can tell because the flowers are really large. So I think this plant is going to be bearing big things, so I need it for it to be sturdy. And so I'm just trying to do some pruning, as you can see. Just removing some of the extra leaves. And this is another tomato paste one that has already started to fruit. So we'll see how that goes. But it's pretty sturdy and it's thin, so I feel like it's gonna move up the way we want it to. It's just has so many little facets to it, and we'll have to see how it goes. But tomatoes are moving well with pruning and clipping, and let's just see how it goes. Thanks, guys.